Too hot, too big, too deep. You would not dare get close to these holes. It's amazing how Mother Nature can create such majestic and unique places. But aside from its picturesque views, what lies beneath these deepest and darkest places may creep you out. From underwater pits to natural sinkholes, we reveal Earth's dangerous holes. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Brainzone, where we give you interesting facts that might blow your mind. If you're going to be sticking around for a while, smash the subscribe button and hit the bell beside it to be notified of our new uploads. Of all Earth's dangerous holes that claim their fair share of lives, which do you think is the most threatening to fall into? We're about to dive into some of the most dangerous holes on planet Earth, starting with Kola Super Deep Borehole. Located in Murmansk, Russia, the Kola Super Deep Borehole is the deepest hole drilled in the name of science. The hole is 40,230 feet deep, resulting from an ambitious project of both the U.S. and Russia during the Cold War. And it is standing in the ruins of an abandoned and collapsed Soviet scientific research station, embedded on the concrete floor, capped with rusty metal and secured by a ring of thick metal bolts. Scientists intended for the hole to go as deep as possible. The project was purely science-driven, as Soviet scientists wanted to learn more about our Earth's crust, to understand how it was formed and how it evolved. It took them almost 20 years to drill this far, but the drill bit only made its way to 1/3 of the Earth's mantle. However, reaching 7.5 miles below the surface, temperatures reached around 356 degrees Fahrenheit, which is almost twice as scientists imagined. High temperatures deformed the drill bits and pipes, forcing the team to give up on the project. Locals refer to this as the well to hell. It turns out that they can hear the screams of souls tortured in hell. Diavik Diamond Mine. One of the Northwest Territories' prized possessions, the Diavik Diamond Mine sits in the Canadian subarctic. The mine began its operation in 2003 and produced around 3,100 pounds of diamonds every year at the site. In October 2018, a yellow diamond of 552 carats was found at the mine, becoming the largest ever found in North America. The hole reaches a depth of over 600 feet, situated in the freezing subarctic Canadian North. In 2001, 2 workers died on the site after falling from a man lift. Gates of Hell. The gates of hell have a fiery glow that can be seen from miles around. A hole 230 feet wide that has been on fire for over 40 years. Located on the hot deserts of Karakum, Turkmenistan, is a crater created from another experiment of the Soviets. The scientists initially wanted to drill to dig for oil, but they accidentally punctured a massive underground natural gas cavern, which caused the ground to collapse and poisonous fumes to be leaked, reaching an alarming state. The Soviets intentionally threw a bomb to light the methane gas on fire, thinking it would burn off in a few weeks. However, decades passed and the fiery pit is still going strong. Despite the crater's threat, many tourists still trek into the desert for them to see it up close. Devil's Sinkhole. A sinkhole is formed when the land surface collapses, developing a deep hole. The Devil's Sinkhole, located in Rock Springs, Texas, USA, is a vertical cavern with 400 feet of depth and a 50-foot opening. It emerged from numerous water erosion over the past thousands of years. The sinkhole was considered sacred by Native Americans, as it indicates that it may have been used as a burial for the dead, since locals have found arrowheads and burned rocks in the area. Today, it is a home for millions of Mexican free-tailed bats, where visitors can see a swirling mass of millions of bats flying in the night sky. 3 people have been recorded to have died by falling into the sinkhole, with one in 1900, another in 1960, and one in 1972. Dean's Blue Hole. Plunging to a depth of 663 feet in the Long Island of the Bahamas, Dean's Blue Hole is one of the deepest known blue holes on Earth. It started to take its shape 15,000 years ago. Dean's Blue Hole resulted from a sinkhole formed by rainwater soaking through fractures in the limestone bedrock. The hole is visible above water because of the deep blue hue of its moisture while being surrounded by light blue waters. It's home to all sorts of marine life, including tropical fish, seahorses, rays, and turtles. The blue hole may be full of such wonders, but it is also taking in numbers of lives. In 2013, it accounted for the first death in an international free diving competition. The diver died shortly after surfacing from diving diving into Dean's Blue Hole. And in 2017, Irishman Stephen Keenan became the first safety diver to die while doing the job. In 2008, 3 women drowned when one fell into the hole and the other 2 tried to save her. Cops arrived at the scene to find the 3 women's bodies floating by the shoreline after the horrific accident. Bingham Canyon Open Pit Copper Mine. Once a mountain, it is now the most extensive man-made excavation in the world. Bingham Canyon Mine has been in operation since 1906 and has produced more than 19 million tons of copper. It is the deepest copper mine in the world and is now visible from space. The Bingham Canyon Mine is a massive 2.5 mile wide, 0.6 mile deep pit in the Okra Mountains near Salt Lake City. Recently recorded deaths at the site were in 2017, when Albert Lozano was exposed to toxic sulfur dioxide, causing his fatal end. Great Blue Hole. Extending 125 meters into the Earth's crust is a massive blue hole that lies off the coast of Belize. Many refer to it as the Great Blue Hole. Scuba divers and snorkelers have been probing the surface waters for decades. Only a few have dared to venture deeper and explore what lies beyond the sea's blackness and depths. Recently in 2018, Aquatica submarines started their voyage to the bottom of the Blue Hole. Along the way, they came across some familiar and not so common sights. They found the usual creatures, reef sharks, turtles, and giant corals. But as they descend 90 meters, life started to vanish. Underneath, there was no oxygen and no life. Acting as a blanket was a thick layer of toxic hydrogen sulfide laying the width of the entire sinkhole. Reaching 120 meters of depth, the crew found stalactites, which made way for a scientist to think that the Blue Hole had been around for so long that it was once a dry cave. As the team continued, they encountered 3 people who were thought to be missing, but seemed to have eventually gotten lost in the hole. Still shrouded with mysteries, the Great Blue Spot will still be admired through its beauty and studied for secrets that still lie beneath it. So those are the most dangerous holes on Earth. Do you think you're still brave to venture into one of these holes? Well, you're probably not. So, if you got the chance to be near one, you might not want to get too close to these holes. That's it for today's video. Please leave a like, share, and check out our channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.